I don't want to be in front of the camera. This is what I hear over and over again from people. I don't want to be the center of attention. I don't like the way I look. I don't like anything about what I put out. I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't think I could be good on the spot. I am Brian Pombo. Welcome back to the Orange Office in Grants Pass, Oregon. Today we're going to talk about the resistance that you may have to doing any type of content marketing, especially if you're talking about what I'm proposing, which is some form of at least daily content on a regular basis, whether that be video, whether that be audio, whether that be text, meaning you're writing something out and sending it out to the world over email, over a blog, or what have you. Where do you go from there? If you've got resistance, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do. Number one, the first thing that I'd recommend doing is think about, how can I do the same thing in a different way? So I don't want to do video, but how can I get my message out without needing to do video? Can you do audio? Would you be willing to record yourself? You can always have somebody edit it for you afterwards, even if you think you're going to be slow with it. But is it just your looks that bother you? If so, do audio. If not, if your voice bothers you, then think of doing text. Think of writing. Do you think you could write down a message that you'd want people to hear? Do you know enough about your topic that you can write something different every day, or at least about the same things in a different way? I don't talk about that many different things. I tend to stick to three main subjects, but I talk about it in a different way every day. Have been for nearly 3 months now. So that's the question. Do you think you could do that? If it really comes down to the fact that you don't think you can do any of those things, and you are the mover and the shaker in your business, in your organization, in whatever you're trying to promote, if you're the main person and you're not willing to do those things, then you need to find somebody who is. You need to find somebody who is willing to be the face, the voice, the words of your organization. And maybe you need to tell them what to say and have them say it in their own way. But you need that person. And you have to realize that you may become dependent on that person. If you've got that person, you're going to have to keep using them. I'm thinking of a few examples just off the top of my head. Colonel Sanders with Kentucky Fried Chicken. To this day, I mean, he passed away, I don't know, maybe in the early 80s, I believe. And they have never stopped using his image. They're still completely tied to the personality that sold the brand. How about Burt's Bees? Are you familiar with Burt's Bees? I think Burt just passed away a year or two ago. Even after the company was sold, they still kept paying Burt to show up to events, to do different things. There's a movie about that. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it has to do with Burt's Bees. Go and look at it. I think it's called Burt's Buzz, maybe? Don't quote me. Go check it out, though. It's a good documentary. And when you have a person tied to a brand, tied to a company, when they are the brand themselves, it's so powerful that it's difficult to remove them once it actually takes hold. When you have it to where it's actually pushing your company forward, where the image, where the character, where the voice, the face is so tied directly with the company, you got to take that into account ahead of time. So you have to think, if we were to use any type of personality branding, if we were to take that as far as it will go, are we going to be okay with that in the long run? Is that what we really want? Is that where we really want to take this company? It's a huge advantage, but there's the disadvantages that all come with it. And there's a lot of people that are not charismatic at all that have done the same thing. The most classic one is Wendys. I don't know if you were around when Wendys, the fast food chain, their owner and founder, Dave Thomas, used to do the Wendys commercials. He was the least charismatic person of all, but he was easygoing, and he wasn't that easygoing in real life from what they say. But in the commercials, he was easygoing. He'd read his lines. He wasn't a good actor, so he didn't quite act them out. But he played the straight man. They had all the characters around him do something crazy or say something crazy or act funny, and he played the straight man. And people loved it. It was a huge time for Wendys back then. And when he passed on, that was tough to be able to replace that character. It does have a lot to do with personality branding. See how I'm not focusing too much on the content itself. The content will come out as long as you know something. If you know something that ties back to your product, that ties back to your service, and you can talk about it in multiple different ways, then you're the person that should be talking. It doesn't matter if it's video, it doesn't matter if it's audio, it doesn't matter if it's text, or if it's a combination of all of those. You need to get the message out. It's got to be consistent because it's free media. It's out there. Content marketing, especially if you're using any type of social media, Facebook, YouTube, what have you, it's free. It's out there. People are watching anyways. You don't need to spend money on advertising. You can then take the content that you're providing, especially the stuff that starts getting a life of its own. You could take that, put some advertising dollars behind it, and really make it go. But just start. Get the content out there. So if you'd like to find out more about how to do this for your own business, if you can see this as possibly being a key to you having your dream business, I want you to go to dreambizchat.com. There's a video there. It's 8.5 minutes long. Watch it. If you are an owner or an executive, especially in the self-reliance field, you're somebody that I'd like to talk to. Go to dreambizchat.com. The link is going to be in the description next to this video. Go and check it out. It could be above, it could be below, depending on where you're watching this. And tomorrow, we're going to be talking about content marketing again, and really how long should I persist with at least regular content marketing. Okay, Brian, I agree with you. I see what you're saying. We probably need some type of daily content going out. How long do we need to do that for? That's the question we're going to answer tomorrow. Come on back then. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.